retweet?
What is up, everybody? Oh no, I'm off camera.
Did I retweet?
I didn't even tweet it out, yo.
Oh, I am tweeted out.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the house. We're just chilling. We got our player of the week, Kels, as we revealed yesterday. Just so everyone knows, Xanadu is still happening. It will be later tonight. We're just trying to do more house streams before the days that we do Smash 4 and Melee, so we can talk to you guys and we can start telling you a little more about behind the scenes, what's going on with BG Bootcamp. Why am I still out of the shot, man? Alright, I'll scoot over a little bit so you can get in the shot. Yeah.
What's up? Oh no, let me get this up.
Yeah,
alright.
GimR just woke up.
I'm about to tweet this joint out. Yeah, I played the Overwatch till like 8 a.m. yesterday.
They were up forever.
Joint's godlike, man.
I mean, it's like it's just out.
It's doing. I think League of Legends. You know, I'm gonna start talking about Overwatch real quick. I think League of Legends needs to take notes with Overwatch because I think, well, one thing, it's like it's easier than most first-person shooters. It's got the Call of Duty, not really hard to aim, but because there's so many interesting champions, and it's a team-based game, unlike Call of Duty where it's kind of, there's like no objectives. It's kind of just like going around shooting each other. It's a team-based game, so even if it's not that hard to shoot, really good teamwork will beat any scrub any day, even if they're like holding left click and like they got some cheap ult or something. Yeah. Like good teamwork's always gonna win. But I think the thing that makes this game a lot better is that if you're better than the other team, the game will end in 3 minutes. And even if it's a long game, it'll last like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Whereas League can last up to an hour, and
I play League a lot.
Yeah, and game addiction is a problem, and people are starting to go, I am playing this game way too much. Like, I don't have the time to even, and like, it's, you can't just play one game.
Listen to the game addict, guys. He knows. He was up till 8 a.m.
I woke up this morning and Ryan the Moon, he's coming down, and he's like, "Are you still up?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Am I still up? I've been asleep already."
I already slept.
and I didn't even know that he was just coming down to sleep. So he had been up all night playing Overwatch.
Yeah,
Overwatch, right? Yeah.
But like League, obviously League and Overwatch are two different game types. But I just think like MOBAs are too long. They last too long. It's good for competitive play, but I don't know.
Well, you gotta realize one thing about MOBAs, League specifically, is back in the day you could single-handedly, if you were better than
carry,
you could single-handedly carry and you could get the game finished quickly. But the problem with that is because the beginning of the game isn't as team-based. It's more 1v1. If you're in a solo lane, you only have your jungler coming to help you. If you were fighting off against someone that you were way better than, then that was unfair for the rest of your team to automatically lose because one person was bad at their lane. Yeah. So they kind of balanced it out now so that you can still solo carry, you can still end games quicker, but if your team's good at working together, they can counteract that one person who's really strong by taking objectives on the map. They made objectives.
They made it more objective focused.
Better. Like they made Dragon better. They made earlier like mini barons that like if you take that it helps your team. So they've balanced it out a little, but you have to watch out for both of that game. Yeah. Because it's not like Overwatch where you're together at the very beginning and you're instantly trying to do an objective. Overwatch is like instantly getting into that team aspect. That's really the difference. And levels and stuff like that with
there's 8
League. So that's really hard to balance in the way that you're talking about. But they have tried.
Yeah. League of Legends in the beginning is more so like, okay, do well solo, and then you have to know how to cooperate as a team to work together to take objectives. Whereas Overwatch is just strictly team focus. Team focus.
Well, also like Overwatch hasn't launched their ranked yet, so
but they're gonna balance the high noon first.
Yeah.
I read it.
You guys don't know, McCree has McCree's ult. Well, his ult isn't the main problem, even though it's really good. The problem is he has a stun into ult. And he also can put the ult away, and it puts it down back to 50. But the main problem is his right click is like one shot. Like all you got, it does all 6 shots in his revolver, and it points up a little bit. So as long as you move your mouse down a little bit, it just destroys someone. So you just stun, like you can kill anybody with it. You just stun them.
I heard. Now I had not gotten to play Overwatch yet, but I heard the main problem with Kree's ult was that they were finding ways to. He was finding ways to like go to places in the map where he like not no clipped but fell, so he saw everyone. So like There was something wrong where like he would
Wow, I don't know how much.
like through the bottom of the map or something, or some bull crap where he could like just cheese people or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
like
I
he was like basically shooting through walls.
yeah, but like it's
Well, that
because
would be
the
fixed.
ground wasn't considered a wall or something. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to that conversation because I was like, well, that's gonna get patched out real quick.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
really need to know that
Real quick.
Like you
But-
try to learn it just for it to be removed next patch.
You ever see something in one of these games that's so broken that you're like, there's no point in learning it because that's gonna get patched out, and then like a month goes by and you're like, I should have learned that.
Yeah.
Like I should have learned that.
Put some time into this.
Usually, games
Yeah,
are like,
usually it's
like that
instant
now.
patched.
Yeah, but I'm having a ton of fun with the game. It's really good. If you have friends who play it, find friends who can carry you
Like I got a
while you're getting better, because it is a lot more fun when you're winning while you're learning
Yeah.
and not getting destroyed while you're learning.
I got a few friends that play it. I'm actually gonna buy it when I get back to Chicago. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, I definitely am way more into trying new games if I'm playing with my friends and just having
Yeah.
a good time than just doing it for the sake of learning a new game. Like I do like playing games, but like, you know, I'm getting older. I rather
Yeah.
hang with my friends. So if we're
Yeah.
playing games together, it's so much more fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like, because you know when we were growing up, playing games with friends means your friends came over, you sat
Mhm.
down, and if it was a game like this, there's no game like this.
There's
but it's like a 4-way split screen. You're
Yeah.
fighting each other. You can barely
Yeah.
see. Now you can.
GoldenEye.
Like GoldenEye, that's what I'd
Yeah.
say. GoldenEye.
Now you can be at home by yourself with 5 or 6 friends all online talking to each other over Discord and just play a game like this with teamwork.
Internet,
It's
man.
we didn't have this growing on, man.
Revolutionized.
Well, I
the
mean,
game.
like I'm not even trying to like advertise right now, but I actually feel like Skype and Discord really help bring that feeling back for me in gaming. Like, you know, I didn't really until I could start playing group games with friends on Skype and Discord
Skype
about
and
like 6 years ago. I started doing that. I kind of like started playing games like StarCraft, and those games. That game was like one of the only games where by myself I felt like I was having a lot of fun without like getting better at it, without like playing with actual people with me physically. But when I got into League and it was with friends, I immediately was like, this is so much more fun.
Yeah.
Like even over Discord, it was like, oh my goodness, like I can all these smashers that have been in my region that I was cool with, but we don't live that close to each other.
Right.
Now I'm like
Yeah.
becoming way better friends with them, and we're not even talking about the game. We're just like talking about random stuff and just having a good time. You know, you need that.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be able to have fun playing games, not just always be 100% competitive and doing nothing. Because
Yeah.
that puts you against everyone. The competitive mindset does put you against other people.
Yeah, I have that problem.
Yeah.
Well, me and Matt, you know,
I have
we
that
were
problem
raised.
too.
Me and Aposl, we were raised super Christian, so we were always taught like.
Not normal Christian guys, super
Super
Christian. You
Christian.
don't know about that. That's super church,
Yeah, yeah.
super
So
heaven.
everything's super hell, which is scary. You know what I'm saying? That's super
Yeah.
You
scary.
don't know about it.
But we were taught to do everything at your best and kind of feel bad if you don't. So whenever we do anything, we're always like, if we're not putting our 100% forward, or we're not like the best at it,
Yeah.
we just feel bad. And so I've gotten out of that a little bit. So like being able to play a game. I mean, and we're competitive smashers, you know. So like when you're playing Smash, if you're not playing Smash to get better, you just feel like you're wasting your
Like,
time.
what are you doing with yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be able to play a game and like want to get better but not worry about it is really nice, because I always have a problem of as soon as I play pick up a game that's supposed to be competitive, I'm always like doing research and like trying
Yeah,
to be
I'm-
better.
I'm
And I just
doing-
want to have fun now, man.
I'm doing the same thing. But I can't. I find it hard to have fun in the game when I'm not losing. When I'm not winning. So yeah, that's why I'm so competitive when it comes to gaming, because I hate losing. I cannot stand it. So yeah, man, having two older brothers who always kicked your ass in the video games growing up kind of definitely helps you want to start winning once you're old enough to like get really good at things. You just want to win. You're
Yeah.
tired of losing at some point. So
You know what
Yeah.
else I find crazy about games nowadays is that they still haven't made. There's like no game that I've played that has made an optimal. This is how you play the game, type thing. Because like let's look at Overwatch. It has 8 maps, right? And when you play the game, there's no map at the top right. So, from what I've tried so far, there is no way to really just know what the maps look like unless you go on Google and search it.
And search out.
And it's like when you have a game with 8 maps and 2 different objective types and all this confusing stuff, like I just feel like that should be like your number one goal to keep people there, because when you're playing a game like Overwatch where there's already 23 like really crazy heroes, and you got 8 maps, like the fact that when you first start playing, you go on a map and you just have no idea where you're going. Like they have lines on the ground telling you the basic idea, but like you don't know where you can get flanked. Stuff like that. That's really bad.
Do they have a Do they at least have like a sandbox mode where you could create a lobby and go into a game with friends and just check out the maps?
From what I've seen so far, there's training mode, which is just like they have bots moving around so you can practice your aiming. But the stage is not a real stage in the game.
Oh, it's not a real stage in the game, so you can't practice on real stage.
I don't even know if you can do that. Maybe you can, but I don't think you can go to any stage with friends. Like I feel like you have to go. You might be able to, but there'll be bots there at least.
That's fine though, because then you can at least figure out the maps. Like,
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I get what Calvin's saying, but like that's the kind of gamer you are. You love labbing. So
Yeah.
to me, I mean, and you love labbing in a way where like you want to figure stuff out before you get into it. I'm like the opposite. I want to get into a game and start playing with no knowledge of how to play the game
And then
figure it out
as you
through
go.
playing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. And I feel like if you had a training mode or whatever you're kind of referring to that was that well thought out and it just basically told people how to play the game, I feel like it would make it harder for people who just want to get in and play, but it would also kind of like dictate the meta to a degree, because you can't cover all the unique and crazy things people create while playing a game.
Yeah.
Like advanced techniques and like, oh, I didn't know I could like jump off this wall and get to this point that no one's supposed to be at and snipe from here.
Well, that's not. I don't want to. It's just like basic knowledge. Like
No,
when you're in a new level, and like graphics are getting better, so like you can't really see all your options necessarily, all the openings. So when you're like defending a base and you don't know where all the holes are for the opponents to come flank you, it can get really confusing in a team game with this many like random it's a shooter with like
you've
ults.
only been playing for 2 days. Like you can't you're not supposed to figure a game out that quickly. Like doesn't that take away a bit of the fun if you were able to know everything about a game that quickly?
Well, no, it's just like
Well, but
I'm
you
just
have
talking
the
about
option.
basic knowledge, like just basic knowledge of having making it so someone has a basic understanding going in, because it can get frustrating, especially since on the ranked mode it's a random map. Well, it's not ranked, but right now, so like there's no way to just practice maps and stuff. It's just
So you're going into the
I mean, I agree
blind,
that you
like-
should be able to like sandbox mode is important, like whatever you want to call it. It may not technically be sandbox, but being able to mess around with a game without playing it is important. I'm just saying I don't think they should have a like training mode in which they try to instill specific meta strategies.
Yeah. Well,
and
this is what
talk
they should
about
do.
that.
He's-
Strategy should all come from the player, in my
But
opinion.
I think he's getting to the point where he's saying like they're not trying to instill strategies, but they allow people to practice on the stages so that they can create their own strategies.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
yeah.
I agree with that.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what I'm
like
saying.
consider this. There's loading time at the beginning of the game. They should go. You're going to this map. You're defending. And then they could just show like a top view of the map and be like, this is where you can get flanked. Be careful of that. Like just stuff like that, so you don't go in completely because this is how bad players come in and just ruin the game for everybody else.
All right,
They don't
so-
know what's going on. They're like,
So I want to take this idea.
That's gonna be
I wanna,
me.
I want to take this idea that you're talking about, and I want you to say how in a Smash game could something like this be created. What would you want to see in a Smash game? So when people get into Smash, they know how to play it, and they're not basically getting punished for going into a Smash game without, what knowledge do you need? Is my point.
well, I feel like for Smash 4, there's a lot of mechanics that Sakurai talked about in interviews and stuff, but it doesn't tell you about it in the game at all. So I think one really important thing would just be the ledge mechanics, and just be if you grab the ledge twice, you can be hit.
Got
Someone
it.
can grab the ledge when
So
you're on it and
basically,
hit
just
you.
in game stating how the game works to a better detail.
Yeah, just
So
a very
would,
basic.
Would you want tutorial mode or how would it be represented in your ideal
Well, I think
Smash game?
I think you start the game and it says do you want to take the tutorial or get right into it?
Okay, like a lot of games that.
Yeah, a
when you
lot of
first
games do
come
that
into
nowadays. But I feel like the tutorials are just not
enough.
A tutorial needs to be enough to give someone the foundation to play the game, and
Yeah.
no games do that a good enough tutorial. And I know people are like get bored, but just give them the option to skip it. And most people, after they play the game, like they skip the tutorial. Like, yeah, I just want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Will eventually go. All right, now I want to understand how to do it. Now that I got that out of my
I think
system,
that the little tooltip that they give when you load into a match, that does help. Like, it's not like something like, from the most part, you know a lot of the knowledge, but I actually have learned.
I think
stuff.
that's really good. That's
Because
Smash.
when the game loads in,
Smash 4.
Yeah.
it will talk about one move that one of the characters that are being played has and how it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Like,
pretty cool.
and I think that's kind of a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that tutorial modes can be tedious, because like, what if like there's like an intermediate level of knowledge you lack, but you have basics?
Yeah.
Do you have to go through the whole thing, to get to that
To get
part
to that point.
where you're actually learning? Because people would rather skip
Yeah.
at that point. So it's hard. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, like in Melee, for example, that would be super hard because let's be real.
Melee wouldn't be possible.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of the things in Melee weren't on purpose. So
Right.
then it's
So
like,
how do you make a tooltip for
You know what we
something
should
that
do?
wasn't even intended to be in the game?
Since we're good at I'm like the way I got even known in the Smash scene in the first place was I started making tutorial videos for
Mhm.
Brawl. People really liked how I did it, explained everything.
Mhm.
I think there might be an industry or an opening, a niche, where a company specializes on making
Tutorials.
like for the beginning of games.
Yeah.
Like you bring the game before it comes out, you explain it to them, you tell them everything, and then they
well,
design it for you.
That's kind of what
Because it's a lot of extra work to have to do that as a developer, to worry about the tutorial mode and all that.
Like all
there
the
used to
little
be that.
specifics of
Remember,
the game.
there used to be like people used to like make these thick guides to
Those
how to
super
to how to
thick
play
guides on how to
games.
play the game.
But like the
I brought
problem with
the one
those
for
is
Smash
the
Brothers.
minds of the people who created that weren't competitive centric, so they ended up giving you like wrong information or
Yeah.
basic information that was
Mhm.
like obvious. Like I remember in
I'll be
Marvel,
right back.
when Marvel came out,
Mhm.
the original vanilla, Calvin actually discovered an infinite with Super Scroll,
Oh, really?
and that ended up getting put into the guide for when Ultra Marvel got released. Calvin didn't get any credit for it, but I think there was also some things that were in vanilla that got invented that got put in the guide, but they were patched out. So the guide was wrong. The guide was just
so now
old.
the guide is wrong.
So it's like, I do agree that there is a market, but I feel like that market is so niche. Like, let's be real. What makes what makes competitive games that are super successful in the industry isn't that people are competitive. A lot of yeah. Thanks for
What
the
do you
correction.
think?
It was
What do you
Ultimate
think?
Marvel. My bad. Like, let's put it this way. League is the biggest game played on Earth,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the majority of people who play it are nowhere near on a competitive level and probably don't care to be.
Okay.
They're just playing
To have
casual.
fun.
They're just playing casually to have fun.
Right.
And it's like when you're a football fan, you wear the jersey on Thanksgiving. You go out with your family. You play, two-hand touch or tackle, and you play the game, but you don't really play the game in the
Right.
sense that those athletes play the game. So I feel like the reason why this niche can't really exist is because the people who are the market for it doesn't really exist. The people who are that good don't need it, and there's not enough people aspiring to be good right underneath
You
that.
don't think there are enough people that cares to be good?
It's like we already have it. Like we already have people streaming who are good, teaching people.
Yeah.
Like the people who are the sources of those information are already doing it on their own. Like
Yeah.
to come in and try to be a company that would make guides for games competitively, you would literally have to trick people. You would have like seriously, you would have to be like, yo, if you get our guide, you'll be good. Like,
But, like-
nobody's gonna get good off a guide. Let's be real.
But like, so let's say, for
It takes a
instance-
spirit and a certain mentality.
Yeah, but like, let's say for instance, like with I can only speak about Super Smash Bros. Melee because it's the only game that I've ever played at a competitive level.
Yeah.
But like, if the let's say for instance, all the mechanics that are in Melee had been known
Yeah.
about since the release of Melee, someone having a guide that covered all these advanced techniques, on during the release of Melee, can you imagine where Melee would be now, as far as You know, because there are still things
Here's
that are
the
being
thing.
that are being discovered.
I agree. It would be in a different place,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd have to say that, like, as a just fan of Smash in general,
Mm-hmm.
the history of the game, the fact that all this stuff was on accident, I would have to say there's no way I would trade how the community developed
How it
and how
developed.
the storylines that were
Yeah.
developed because of it. I would never trade that in a million years. And it's almost the fact that, like, the game was accidentally deep that was even possible to
I
happen.
know.
Because had it been on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
there probably would have been more tips and stuff in the intro
Mm-hmm.
to the game where it's like
Yeah.
and it shows like Mario facing off Bowser, like do this to do this. It's like that probably some of that to some degree would have been informed to the player, and I feel like it wouldn't be worth it because what we have right now is so great.
Right.
However, just to like give your to seriously think about your question, I would say I don't know if we would be that much different. I think we almost have pushed it to the limit.
Pushed it to the
We're
limit.
getting
what else?
yeah,
Like after the shield
not
dropping.
knowledge wise,
Yeah.
like being able to practically do it perfectly. There's players every day I see who come out and they go, oh, like young players like Wizro for example. It's
Yeah.
like he's able to push Falcon in a technical aspect to a limit we haven't seen before
Right.
because he had the knowledge given to him immediately. I like that we're just getting players at that point. I
Yeah.
like that that's what's happening now because
Okay.
had it been when the game was released,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been so far before the esports industry was developed that
That
it would have been
stalled out.
it would have been yeah it would have been we would have been like oh we were like what could have been before
Yeah.
the time of esports. It would have been too late
Okay.
in my opinion. I also think that if the iterations that came after Melee had been more Melee-esque, Melee wouldn't be around anymore. I feel like
Yeah,
if it hit closer to the mark, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying, because people would have transferred, they would have jumped ship.
Exactly.
It's kind of like the Brawl community. I feel like for the most part there is a core group of people who still play Brawl, but the Brawl community for the most part
Transition
all
to Smash
transition to
4.
Smash 4, and I feel like they're all going to transition to Smash 5.
Yeah.
Because this group of players is about being good at the new game and learning, and they're like, we don't care what kind of puzzle it is. We like figuring out the new
Right, we're
puzzle.
just
We
gonna
like
figure this
developing the new
puzzle out.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of joy and fun in that. It's like who can find the cheapest strategy first.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we know that's not real competition. We know that's cheese. We know that's jank. But there is kind of a little bit of joy when you see a player like stumping a player like Zero or Mewtwo King because
Right.
they figured out a strategy that no one knows how to
And
beat
no one
yet.
else has done yet.
It's like it's kind of like a joke I made a long time ago. It's like the reaction you see of people seeing like Diddy, a pre-patch Diddy. The reaction you saw of people seeing Diddy throw up air and kill people early the first time was like, oh snap.
Right.
The 800th time you've seen it, this is dumb.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like, okay, like, it's cool to see someone figure something cool out at first,
And
but then when it becomes normal and it just becomes part of the meta, you're like, okay, I see where this is going.
Like
It's kind of like a Ken
That's
combo.
similar how I feel. That's how similar how I feel about like wobbling.
Yeah.
In a sense, like when Chu first came out and like started wobbling to everybody. I think he won. I forgot which huge tournament it was, but he won a huge tournament because no one had known about wobbling at the time.
Yeah.
And so he comes and wins this huge tournament. And then people start banning wobbling from their tournaments, of course. And now wobbling is like universally accepted.
Oh, we're talking
And
about
now
wobbling
it's
now?
like-
We're talking about
Yeah, I'll
how
never forget.
the first time you see an advanced technique, it's really hype, but then once it gets developed to the meta,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
like-
as hype anymore. And the reason
Yeah.
why we're talking about that is because of the development of Smash over time. We're talking about if everyone knew how to do all those advanced things at the beginning, the game would be a lot more played out at this point.
Yeah.
People are playing 100% efficient Melee, and I'm saying it's good that we're finally getting players who are young, who have the reaction time to like do stuff with all this knowledge at this point when esports is blowing up.
Yeah.
Because had they been able to do that at the beginning, Melee would kind of be stale now.
Well, it also
Yeah.
helps that there was like no YouTube back then either, and
Yeah, that
the
was
20XX hack pack really. I don't know if you have that, but
I don't have it, but I played it though.
It's like
I played it.
it's basically like if
Watching
a video
this-
game had a godlike training mode where they had like a whole team just to make the training mode.
Yeah, I played against
That
the
would be
Fox. I played against Tony XX Fox. He's nuts.
Oh my goodness, that's so stupid. Even
It's
like
a-
level 1 Fox is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I just like kind of trap practice? No, but they also have like you'll be a certain color if you're not moving, so you know like the holes in your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you L cancel, like some people People don't understand how hard Melee is in the sense that not just all the advanced techniques, the fact that there's no buffering, like when you L cancel a move, you might not be shining the very frame after it, you know?
Yeah.
There's no way for you to know that.
Well, in a game I just played, I actually just got grabbed because I did my shine didn't come out, and so I got grabbed for it. But that's very rare. But I guess since I've been playing Melee for so long and I've never played any of the other Smash games, I don't know anything about the buffering, so I just don't know
It just means
how
like
big buffering is or whatever. I never understand. I don't
it basically
know.
just means like, let's say you L cancel a Melee, right?
Mhm.
And 3 frames before the L cancel is over, you press shine. You do your shine, it'll come out immediately the frame after your lag's over.
Oh, okay.
But Melee doesn't have
So
that.
you can get the absolute quickest.
Yeah. So Melee doesn't have that. So when you first get your muscle memory, when you first start playing the game, you don't know if you're doing like your fastest anything.
No.
And learning new muscle memory is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a 1 frame difference.
Exactly.
So I don't even know how people. If it just happens naturally, I guess. But
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but how much input delay does Melee have?
I don't
That's the
know.
question. I didn't
Apparently,
actually
it
make a
does
statement.
have some.
Yeah, I think it does have some, but I think the newer games have more. Is what I was going to get at, right? The new games do have more, though, right?
I think Beefy Smash Dudes did something, and they said that Smash 4 and Melee have the same input delay. It's just that you add like an extra frame when you go through a monitor
Okay.
than with a CRT. So it's like it's technically 1 frame less of lag for Melee, but it's still like something like 4 or 5 frames.
So the
Like
reason
when you input shield, it's like it comes out like 5 frames later.
Oh, really?
So like that like makes people's reaction time even more impressive.
the reason why I bring that up is because that means even if you react to certain moves, like on first frame seeing the move start,
Mm-hmm.
if there is input delay, then that means say the move starts on 1 frame and you have 4 frames delay, that means your move has to be 5 frames fast to trade, right?
Say that again?
If there's if you see the move come out on 1 frame and you're trying to trade with the move, and there's 4 frames of input delay, that means your move has to come out in 5 frames to actually trade, right? Or
With a
or am I
1
saying
frame
that
move?
wrong? No, I'm saying you're reacting on seeing the other move happen in 1 frame. I'm saying how fast can you react if there's input?
How can you react in 1 frame?
I'm just talking about.
Oh,
I'm talking about fast as possible because if there is input delay, then you can start saying, well, this person has a 7 frame move.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 1 frame move. So if I see that move start, I can
Well,
stuff it.
let's start with like what's actually possible in reaction time.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
react
Like
in 1
fastest
frame.
reaction time is probably like 10 frames.
Yeah.
Average is probably like 14,
14
something
to
like that.
15-ish.
So if there's input delay, that means like, let's say you have 10 frame reaction time, and someone does a move that comes out in 5 frames, but you only have 5 frames to punish it. So you react to it when it comes out on the 5th frame, and then there's the extra 5 frames to punish, but then the extra 5 frames of input lag added to your reaction time because whatever you input's come out 5 frames later. And that's something that Street Fighter 5 is having a problem with because it's like an 8 frame input lag, and there's certain moves like the dashes that are 15 frames that if there was no input lag, people would react to the dash and jab it.
Okay.
But because of 8 frames, by the time they react and they jab, it comes by in time for the other person to like block or put out a move.
Because
So
if-
people are
so you're
having
saying
real
if
problems
you're-
dealing with pressure.
So you're saying if you dash and you jab, that happens in a total of 15 frames?
It's just the dash.
Just
like,
the dash?
Yeah, it's like a 15 frame length. But because the game won't take an input until 8 frames after you press it, even if you react to it and jab, it doesn't
Guys,
come
you're
out
still
till like
behind.
18
I just
frames
want to say
later.
something to the chat, guys. Frame data is the vegetables of competitive gaming, okay? You gotta eat your veggies. You gotta know your frame
You
data.
gotta know
It's
this
super
stuff.
important. I know it's not fun. I see.
I was just looking at frame data yesterday.
I see
for,
the Bible
the other day
thumbs.
for Melee.
But
Like-
it's the veggies. You gotta eat the veggies, man.
Yeah, you veggies, man.
You gotta eat your veggies.
It sucks going over frame data too. It's boring. It's like it's boring until you find something. You be like, oh man, I didn't know that. And so yeah.
If you guys want to understand how it works, Dan Salvato put out a video explaining how the game controller reads inputs. Because a lot of people, you know, they play Dolphin and they were trying to like figure out how to get less lag. And he explained how like it reads your input and sees if the game read it, and that's why there's lag and all this. So if you really want to understand it, go watch his video. Just go to YouTube and put Dan Salvato, Salvato, and you can figure out all that stuff. Let's see. Blur in the chat. What's up, Blur?
Hey.
What's up?
Let's what do I have on this list of things to talk about?
All right, you want to go to the next topic?
Well, we didn't even discuss the topic actually.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
when
I
you
mean, we
get
were on a topic. It just wasn't.
It wasn't one of the planned topics.
Let's talk about our sub milestones right now. I mean, we only got 200 people in here. We might as well talk about it. Basically, right now we have 365 subs. We haven't asked for any subs or anything really since the free gamer movement. That was 2 years ago. So our subs have dropped dramatically, and we're actually putting a lot more money into the community than we used to. So with this drop of income, we're gonna have to stop basically putting money into the community and doing things like flying Kels out, unless we get more support from you guys. And the best way is just subscribe to us on Twitch. Like I said before, we're doing more than we ever have. We have a store now that focuses on Smash. We're flying players out. We're paying EE and TK to commentate as Xanadu. We have a dedicated stream runner. It's his full-time job to run the stream at Xanadu, upload all the videos. So it requires money. That's basically what I'm saying. It requires support. So our first sub milestone we're working for is 650 subs. So that's like a 350 more than we have now. And that is to keep the Player of the Week program going at Xanadu. So you can see people like Kels. Now, along with the Player of the Week program, we're going to have extra content we're putting out. But we've already done a lot of it, but we're holding off on it until we get the ball rolling. We're going to have more Chillin with Chew with the Players of the Week. We're going to have interviews with the Players of the Week, things like that, things you can watch, learning more stories of everybody knows the stories of the gods. Yeah. There are a lot of really good players out there in Melee. Melee is like a freaking anime, dude. It's 15 years old. It's I don't know if you've seen Hajime no Ippo, but even the mid-level players are really good and have really interesting storylines because the game's so old, which makes it a really cool scene. So we're doing more of that. We're bringing more people out. So you gotta support if you want to keep it going. But yeah, so subscribe.
Just help us do more for you guys. I mean, to be honest, all the money we get goes into our ideas of doing more projects. We have so many ideas that we want to do. We want to do more. We want to be able to get a player for each game out every week, so that we don't have to choose between a Melee and a Smash 4 player. We want to do all these things, but it costs money, and if we don't have the money, we can't do it. It's that simple. So we're just saying it. At least you know that if you sub to us and you invest to us, you will get more out of it. We're not just trying to make more money. We're trying to do more things for you. We want to work. We want to up our game. We want to up our production. We just want to be better. We don't want to just be satisfied with where we're at. We just want to keep on raising the bar. So we want you guys to help us do that, and we want you guys to get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Is that why GimR always parties on Snapchat? Well, when we get flown out to events, they bring us to free parties, so it'd be very stupid of me to not participate in the funness and just go into my hotel room and sleep. So,
man, he does that Snapchat for you. That's just part of raising the bar, guys.
Yeah, man, Snapchat's
he's letting
for you guys.
Yeah, he's just giving you guys more things to watch. Now, but seriously, GimR works really hard, and I know that comment was probably just a joke, just like a little normal chat joke, but I would just like to say, as his brother, I've watched him from the beginning when we started this, and he is such a hard worker, and when he goes out to party, that's the way he blows off some steam, and he goes to those parties after working a 12-15 hour day behind the computers. So in no way does he not deserve to have a little fun and blow a little steam off at these events, because he works so hard at them, and it's just really awesome. I'm his brother, and I've seen him develop as a person over the years, and I just think that what he does is amazing, and the amount of work he puts into the community is top notch, and he definitely deserves support. But I'm his brother, so of course I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks. By the way,
No, you do
King,
deserve support though. You definitely help out singing. You're always at all of the Smash events. They're streaming and and it's a nice, high quality stream as well. So
thank you, sir.
yeah,
Appreciate
GimR definitely deserves support and from the community. Everything he has in here, it's incredible and it's top of the line stuff, and it's only to help out the Smash community. So
yeah. I mean, if I was being 100% honest, like 100%, I could like focus on other endeavors and we'd be making more money.
yeah,
And I don't know if you've seen it already, but like people are burning out. Like I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I have burned out a couple times, but all these other Smash streamers that are trying to do what BG Group's done are giving up because it's so hard.
yeah,
And it's like there's no like, even though we're making the most money off all of it, there's really no money in it. Like the amount we get paid for a production is like 10% what any real person doing the amount of work that we do at a production is getting, and it's like a barely any profit. Like yeah, they fly us out, they pay for our flights, they pay for a hotel room, but like that's like the bare, like that's the basics.
yeah.
Like if I'm going to do a job for you, that of course you have to do that, and like the profit on top of it is very minimal for the most part because the scene can't really afford it.
Yeah.
So
And I would love to do like an in-depth vlog about like how the economy of the scene works. Like it is very interesting, and a lot of people just jump to a lot of conclusions from what they see. But me and my brother from the very beginning have always put quality in front of what's the necessarily 100% best for pure profit. And the reason we do that is because we have, like we talked about before, we have had this sense of duty ingrained to us since we were young that you have to do your best. If you know you're capable of doing better, you do that. You don't just slack. You don't just go, well, it'd be easier to just coast on this. We don't allow ourselves to do that. Like, it's, and I'm not saying that we don't have room for improvement. We have so much room for improvement. That's kind of the point. We want to improve. We want to get better. We're not okay with where we're at. We want to just keep bringing you guys greatness and even more. And we want every year what we did the year before to seem like it was crap compared to what we're doing now. But that's enough of that. Let's go on to the next topic.
yeah,
We want to bring you guys some more entertainment.
Alright.
So what's the next topic in the list?
we don't have to talk. We could have some fun.
All right.
We could do this Twitter game that we were talking
Okay,
about earlier.
the Twitter game.
All right, we're going to do this game. We're just going to call it the Twitter game. And for today, I don't know if we'll have our guest with us every week, but what we're going to do is we're going to read tweets from famous people in the Smash community, and our guest is going to have to guess who tweeted that out. And we're going to give him 5 minutes to get as many as he can, and the rules are he gets to ask questions. So he gets to ask questions to figure out who the person is, and he has 5 minutes to try to figure out as many of the people that we're reading the tweets from, who they are, and see how many points he gets. Can we get a timer on that, or do we not have
Yeah,
it?
let me do that real quick. I just have to.
This is gonna be interesting.
Alright, let's see. I'll do a new one. 5-minute
I'm
time.
not looking.
Oh, wait, I can use Snazzles.
And we're going to purposely try to find tweets that kind of capture the essence of the players, so it's not just like this guy
Some
said
random tweet.
one word.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright,
Kels
you
gonna
don't have to
fail
block-
so hard.
You don't have to block it. Alright, count down from 5 minutes. I gotta count down time real quick.
Looks like he's got
Copy, stop. Alright, oops. I didn't mean to go here yet. Whatever. Alright, so let me...
yo, stop coaching in the chat.
I'm not looking.
Stop coaching.
I'm not looking.
They're trying to give you hints on
I'm
how
not-
you can read
look,
these.
I'm not looking. See,
Okay, Kels.
Alright.
Kels,
I'm
he's
not looking.
honest. He's not gonna cheat.
I'm not gonna cheat.
He doesn't want anyone taking any W's away from him.
That's right.
He earns all his W's with his 10 weeklies.
10 weeks.
Alright, I'm gonna look... Alright, I'm gonna look right here for a tweet.
I got a tweet already.
Well, like... let me
You want to
see.
give him a blind?
I have to show it. Yeah, I have to show it on the stream.
Yeah.
Here's your blindfold. Which one?
Can I just read it and then you show it to the stream? Like, I'm gonna read
I
it.
need to see which one it is,
This one.
so I can show it.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man. That's easy.
That's the point. I'm not gonna start my man off with the hardest one in the world.
I still might not get it.
That's a little down the timeline, as you see. Like, I tried to find one that was simple.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
They're trying to tweet you the answers.
I
I mean,
know,
they're trying
right?
to text you the answers. Coaches everywhere.
Alright. This.
Alright, you ready?
I need to get it now.
I'm gonna cut this
Is this it?
volume down on my phone.
No.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, that is it.
Alright.
This is gonna take too long, just the way we're doing it.
No, that's fine.
That's-
Alright, they see it?
Alright, let's go. You got 5. You can just start the next one after this one.
Alright.
But wait.
You want to read it while
gotta-
I start looking for the next one?
Yeah, I gotta start the
Alright.
countdown timer. Alright. Alright. Dang. Rip Ali. Next spears for you, homie. Hashtag goat.
Mango.
Good job. Alright, we gave you an easy one first. Alright.
That was too quick. Alright. I'm on.
I heard the hashtag goat. I'm like, it's gonna be mango.
Too easy.
My bad.
A little bit on my line. You got one there?
Nah. I'll hurry up. I'll get
I have an idea. I'm gonna search people that I think he would know this. It's still gonna be hard though.
Okay.
Man, this guy's only retweeting.
Yeah. Alright. Sorry, guys. This is kind of whack.
No, it's not. We did it in the car, and it was way better because Matt's timeline had some very funny tweets on it.
Yeah.
I don't see. I
All
don't know
these
who you hate.
replies. That's my
I
problem.
just want to find people that he hates, and then you bring it up.
This is killing me because they combined tweets and replies on my mobile. So I can't just find their tweets. That's really whack. No Johns though. Alright.
Did you find one?
Almost. I had one, but I was going to save it for last.
I got one. This is gonna be hard.
Alright.
Now this is 20 questions. You can ask questions.
This is 20 questions I can
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. All right. Rip to Kimbo Slice, Ali, Patty Duke, Prince, Five Dog, David Bowie, Harper Lee, Pat Conroy, Papa Wemba, George Martin this year, Cry Face. It's gonna
That's-
Dang.
Hard, dude.
yeah, you just gotta
really-
guess, man. It's, you
Alright,
gotta think somebody that would make a tweet like that.
I can't even see. Can you make it the
Can I ask
Look at-
what coast they're on?
Yeah. You have to ask though. It's yes or no questions.
Alright, are they on the west coast?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they in Cali?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they in NorCal?
No.
Are they in SoCal?
Yes.
Did they oh shoot.
Keep going.
Shoot. Is it S2J?
No.
No.
Okay. If
Is
you
it-
guess, you only get to guess the actual person 3 times.
Oh, you only get to
Yeah, because you can't just start guessing people.
Oh,
'cause
so
that
I need
makes
to ask more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they play Fox?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
How is that helpful?
You gotta ask more descriptive questions though.
Okay. I can only ask yes no questions. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can ask questions like, can I give him some hints?
Yeah.
Or you can ask them. You can ask questions like, have you ever played Guess Who?
Who?
The board games like Guess Who, where you have all these faces, and you'd be like, oh, does he have
Big nose.
black hair? Is he male, female? Like you ask very generic questions and start narrowing it down.
Okay. All right. So
You
they said he plays Fox though, right?
Yep.
We didn't specify a game though.
Does he play Melee?
No.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
he does.
Oh yes. Okay. SoCal, Melee, Fox.
He's not gonna get this.
I'm not gonna get this. Okay.
You're not asking enough questions.
I'm trying to think.
You gotta think more outside the box than just
Yeah.
what they do in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Does this player stream?
He used to.
He used to.
Notice you said player. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not everyone's a player, man.
Okay. Does this person stream?
He used to, but not
He
not
used
anymore.
to stream. Okay. Does his shoot has he beaten any notable players?
No.
No. He hasn't beaten any notable players. Is it
You gotta think deeper
I'm trying to think deep.
about what he looks like, things like that.
Yeah.
You can ask skin color questions and stuff. It's fine.
Is he white?
No.
He's not white. Is he black?
Yes.
He's black.
You can also ask role questions.
Huh?
You can ask role questions. Is he a TO? Stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking he's black. Is he a TO?
No.
No.
All right.
Got him.
Well, he didn't want to give you the specific
Right.
question.
No, I feel you, but I understand now.
Dang, how much time does he have left on the timer?
Yeah, I
It's
know.
over. It doesn't
It's
matter.
over.
Just keep
The
going.
5 minutes is over already?
Yeah, he couldn't do it, man.
Dude, this
Should
is
I
hard.
say something?
This is a hard one.
You got destroyed,
I got
man.
9.
That was destruction.
Destruction.
Wait, who said this? Who said this?
All right.
All right.
Let me go. After him.
Let me go.
Yeah.
No, because you're doing that.
Cause I suck at this.
It's D1.
D1.
You're like,
Alright.
who's D1?
Jeez, I know who D1 is. I just saw him.
All right, so I'm gonna.
I didn't know he was from SoCal.
I'm gonna throw out
He
the
moved
next
to
one.
SoCal.
I'm gonna throw out the next
I
one.
did not know that. That's what.
We had one more lined up. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna put
yeah,
it on
we-
the screen, but I'm just gonna ask, see if you can get this one. Blocking ESAM hashtag good life decision.
It's blocking ESAM.
Yeah,
Hashtag good life decision. So he must have some beef with ESAM. Who has beef with ESAM? ESAM face. Why would he block ESAM? Did they get into a Twitter?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they get into it on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Remember, you can just ask questions to figure out.
Ask
You don't even have to
questions.
know, like, you don't even have to use the tweet for context. You just start asking questions to figure
Yeah.
out who they are.
Okay. All right. So what game does this person play melee?
Yes.
All right. Does he main Marth?
No.
No.
Does he main Falco?
No.
No.
Does he main Sheik?
No.
Does he main Fox?
Yes.
Fox. Is he very technical?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is he from America?
No.
Is he from Europe?
Yes.
Is it Leffen?
Yes.
There
Let's
we
go.
go. There we
Let's
go. All right, my turn.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to have DJ play this after me.
Nigga, I
Alright.
already knew like the first three. Mad easy.
All right, give me the blindfold.
All right.
All right, let me see if I can get this real quick.
My internet's going mad slow right now.
Oh man, let me take this hat off for a second.
Alright, let me see. We'll be good. We'll be a good one.
Should I sit in the middle?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me sit in the middle real quick.
That's fine.
Let's see. And you can go. You can do any smash for me.
Did you see?
No, I didn't.
Alright.
Are you giving me the timer?
No, let's just do it. This is just funny.
All right,
Uh,
let's go. I am.
Alright, negative people all around me today. I just want to play video games and laugh at memes. Go away.
Is it a melee god?
No.
Negative people all around me today. I just want to laugh. I just want to play Melee and laugh at memes.
Mhm.
So it's a Melee player. Do they main?
No, he didn't say melee.
Oh,
Play video games.
play video games?
Yeah.
So it's kind of someone who like gets negatively affected by negative attention.
Yeah.
So I gotta think about that. Are they from East Coast?
Yes.
Negative attention. So, do they play Smash 4?
Yes.
Do they play Bayonetta?
No.
All right. So, someone. All right. Do they go to Xanadu?
At least once.
No, I mean like, do they regularly attend
No.
Xanadu? All right. Are they from NDVA?
Yes.
All right. So, wait, what did you say about Smash 4? They do play Smash 4?
Yes.
So, all right. So, someone who plays Smash 4, but they don't regularly attend Xanadu, but they've been to Xanadu at least once. All right. Does the person have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
All right. Do they main Yoshi?
Yes.
Is it Omni?
Yep.
There we go.
All right. Good. There you go.
Let's go. It's Omni.
It's Omni.
All right.
All right.
See.
That was good.
All right. Get Omni out of here. Why are you laughing? Man, sometimes I be like, you don't understand. Like, I be reading these tweets and I just be like, in my mind, not even like consciously, I just be like, oh, this person does this. I put them in a little category. Like, so now this is just easy.
Dang, I didn't know. Holy crap.
What?
This is new news. You're not even going to get it.
Uh-oh. New news?
Yeah.
Yo, GimR, tag me in the house stream.
Go ahead.
I did. Oh, I didn't because I put Kels and your Twitter didn't show up.
It's SSBM, right?
You got to
Yeah.
put Kels in the title of your Twitter so that people can search Kels because it's all left to right bullshit. Twitter's really bad at searching.
Chill. Peggy 2, baby. Peggy 2.
All right, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get this, but
Is it based off the new news?
yeah.
All right, just bring it on. Like, I gotta hear
Well, I'm
the
gonna
new
say
news.
this person
too.
just got a job at Smash GG.
This person just got.
Oh, that's
oh,
easy.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Okay.
already? Did you
Are
already?
they are they a commentator?
No,
I know it is.
No.
I just saw this. I don't.
I had no idea.
I'm not even looking at my phone.
Hmm.
You type.
Are they a TO?
Yes.
All right. Are they from Florida?
No.
Oh, are they from the Midwest?
Nope.
Oh. Are they from East Coast?
Nope.
So they're from West Coast?
Yes.
All right. So it's a TO from West Coast. Do they also play?
Yes.
Are they a good player?
No.
All right.
I don't. That's mean.
Well, you know what I mean. You're just trying to give me clues. So it's a TO from the West Coast, not known as a good player. Did they play Melee?
No.
They play Smash 4.
Yes.
All right, from the West Coast. All right. I'm not really good on TOs from the West Coast. So
You should ask more specific questions about location.
Okay, so are they from Cali?
No.
So they're from Washington?
No.
Well, what else is there? I don't know geography like that.
Remember, Smash West Coast isn't just the
Are
coast.
they from AZ?
No.
Are they from Nevada?
Yes.
Are they on a team?
Uh huh.
Is it Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, I just didn't think Bear because I didn't think he could, for some reason, be on.
Bear does everything.
Yeah, I was like, for some reason in my mind, I was like, it can't be Bear because he's on Panda, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Hey, congrats to Bear, by the way.
Congrats, Bear.
Yeah, congrats.
But I would have gotten that earlier, if, for some reason in my
couldn't
mind,
find-
I said that
couldn't
can't
find
be.
it.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't find a good Bear tweet that I knew you would instantly know it was him.
Yeah, if you had an emoji of a bear, it would just be like
Bear emoji, bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Heart,
Bear.
heart bear emoji.
All right, next. This is easy, man.
All right, I'm not even gonna give you a tweet. I'm gonna say this guy
What?
just called out Zero and wants to match him, fight him in Smash 4.
But you're not even gonna read the tweet.
Nope. It gives away who it is.
Wait, what? What is it?
Someone who called out 0. Are they from America?
Yes.
Wait, what was it? The thing?
Someone just called out Zero and wants to play him in a set.
I'm just trying to think who like is good, but also like is full of themselves. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of right now.
Oh, why'd you say good?
Well, I mean like relatively good.
This one's gonna be hard.
Oh, are they good enough to actually beat Zero?
No.
Like realistically,
Never.
never. So someone just called out Zero, but is nowhere near good enough to beat Zero. Now I gotta think, cause like I'm like, whoa.
You gotta think really outside the box for this
I
one.
think outside the box. Who's this dumb? Are they a melee player?
No.
All right.
That's messed up.
No, cause you know that it might be a joke, like a top level melee player. All right. So are they West Coast,
Nope.
East Coast,
Nope.
Midwest?
Yeah.
Calling out Zero and shouldn't be able to beat him?
Uh-huh.
Is it male?
Yeah.
Are they power ranked? in that
Hell
region?
no.
Hell no.
I'm trying to think of who do I know in the Midwest that like would call someone out and isn't good.
I'll give you one hint. He has beaten a god before.
He has beaten a god before
That's all I'm gonna say. No context of what god is.
in a friendly,
It was an exhibition.
in an exhibition.
I'm not gonna say what game the god was from though. You know what I'm talking about now, DJ?
Is the main thing they do play Smash?
No.
Are they a speedrunner?
Nope.
Are they a YouTuber?
No.
Okay. Wait a second. Are they a rapper?
Yeah.
Lupe? All right. That was a good one. I had to
Good stuff, man.
I had to think. I had to think outside the box on that one.
That was good. That was good.
All right.
That was good.
All right.
All right. That's enough of that.
All right.
Ugh.
It is a fun game. I gotta read Twitter more
Nah.
so I can get it.
Zero actually told him, "Let's play," in a set, and then he said, "Zero versus Lupe." He wasn't really being cocky. All right.
Man.
Let's talk about 2GG real quick. I want to talk about. I guess I'll just play this with the volume low or off. So, last weekend, Larry Lurr beat Zero in 2 sets. Both sets were game 5, and a bunch of Larry's wins were 2 stocks with Fox. And the reason I love this set so much is because it just goes to show that Smash 4's metagame is going the opposite direction that Brawls did, where Brawls got campier because that was the best way to play because the shield was so strong. You didn't want to be aggressive because someone could just run up shield. With 1.1 something's patch that added plus 5 frames of shield stun to every move in Smash 4, it made like almost any move spaced on shield is now safe on shield. So it's becoming more like Melee where you have to move around your opponent. You can't just run up shield. You have to move around because if you shield and get hit, now you're at a disadvantage. Like for example, Diddy Kong's banana is so plus on shield that Diddy Kong can do banana down tilt, and you have to wait for the down tilt. And the grab isn't even. I'm not even sure if grab's guaranteed after the down tilt. You might have to spot, like Diddy might not have time to spot dodge. Point is, the game, because stuff's safe on shield now, you have to weave in around your opponent, which promotes a more not aggressive playstyle, but you aren't afraid to approach as much anymore because you can hit people's shields now.
I would say like it's kind of promoting aggressive stage control.
Yeah.
Like pushing people into a corner like Street Fighter. It's kind of like that. Like you get rewarded for doing that because then you force people into grab or shield hitting mix-ups, and there is no answer that universally covers all of that. Like you can't just be fast enough to spot dodge everything because then they could hit you instead.
Yeah.
You know,
So Fox is like the king glass cannon in Smash 4 because people haven't figured out how to like super punish his side B yet, but it's actually really possible, and once people start doing that, it's going to be a lot harder for Foxes to recover. But if a Fox up B's to recover, he should not recover. And most pro players, whenever a Fox up B's, the Fox is dead, basically. Especially if they have a spike. So the thing that makes Fox good is he has a good neutral game, but his follow-up game is probably the best in the game. Like, when you get hit in the air against Fox, he's so fast and he has so many frame traps that like it's almost impossible to get down. On top of that, he has kill confirm combos that are real. One thing he's bad at is he has no kill throws, but Larry Lurr is getting so good now that he'll throw you and then he'll put you in a position to kill you, like bad staging. So it's really good. On top of that, his 2-frame covers. His up tilt covers the 2-frame, so he can just up tilt back air you if you recover and he gets you with it, and then he's still positive and can block you. Point is, 2GG Saga was amazing because it showed how aggressive this game is getting, which is way funner to watch, and a game that's more fun to watch. It just is really good for the scene because it means people aren't quitting it, and it's fun to play when you get to be really aggressive. I don't know if it's because people want to play it that way or because it needs to be played that way, but I feel like it's a combination of both. Because like Melee, honestly, it's really about attitude. Because like the Melee scene could play the game really campy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fox could just run away laser the whole time.
Yeah.
Peach could, Falco could camp top platforms because of his vertical movement and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But people choose to play it the way they like to play it, which is they like to have fun when they play it. And I think that helps promote the growth of a game, and that's kind of what Smash 4 is doing right now. But this, if you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch Larry Lair vs. Zero from this last weekend because it's probably the best. I think it might be the best Smash 4 set of all time currently. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just the play from Larry, where even if he died, like one, he barely got thrown off stage, and two, if he hit Zero, Zero was like in all on panic mode. It doesn't matter how good he is, he cannot handle his Fox. So I'm just really happy to see Smash 4 going that way. And there's so much more that people aren't doing yet. That's the crazy part. There's so many ledge options, frame traps, all this stuff. So we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to talk about that because, like, I honestly think Melee is getting a little bit stale because, like, Leffen's in the last 3 years the only person to really break it into the god status, and there's nobody else that's done it yet. Plup is probably. Ooh, okay, Kels.
Right.
I hear you. I'd say Plup is probably the closest right now. People are saying the frame rate's really low.
I mean, to be honest, like what you said about Melee, I think what HBox has been doing has actually been really exciting. Like, I know HBox isn't a fan favorite, but like he really stepped his game up to the point where like people used to be like, HBox is just gonna get second. Now it's like, oh, HBox is gonna win again.
Can Xbox win?
Yeah, is he gonna win again? Like, he's been dominating, and I feel like even though that's still like the same players in the scene, it's like a player doing something that he's never done before, which is dominate at that level for that long, and that I think is good because one, character diversity is always good to see another character actually getting the W, because it doesn't matter how far you go in the bracket, if you don't win a tournament, that means that character is not viable to win tournaments. Viability doesn't have to do with winning a match. It's winning tournaments. So I just think it's amazing that another character is winning tournaments that much.
Yeah,
in this meta.
Yeah.
In this meta. Like back in the day when Mango played Jigs, he was winning a lot of stuff with Jigs. But like this meta has developed how to fight Jigs very well. And he's still doing it.
Well, I think another thing, that I love about Melee is the fact that over the course of the last 3 years, we've seen like different players that were on top. Like first it was Mango with his Evo victories, and then it was Armada, and now HBox has been winning a lot of things. So it's just a constant. And now Leffen is back, and he's winning things. So
Yeah, he beat 4 gods at Gama.
yeah, and now you have then you have Plup, who's always pushing, like, you know, players like Mango and he's always pushing them to their limit and beating them in some cases. So it's good to see that people are still, you know, trying to take the top status. Even though the 5 gods were like solidified in it, and then it's like Leffen came along and broke that, and now you have Plup, who's getting better and better every day. So it's refreshing to see that it's not the same person all the time.
Yeah.
Also, you know, it's not like they're 100% getting tournament demons, but a lot of the gods are starting to get tournament demons that, like, they run into people that they have lost to in a semi-consistent manner that aren't gods.
Mm-hmm.
And those people can't beat all the gods. They're not, like, on the level where, like, they have wins against every other god, but it's still, like, to the point where it's like, oh, well, you know, theoretically, you could have a tournament end up being all the gods demons that they
Yeah.
run into them, and they all end up getting
They run
knocked
into
out.
all their demons.
Yeah, they
Now
all
there are
end
no
up getting
gods
knocked
in,
out.
like, the top.
Like it probably won't happen, but it's like a real possibility at this stage in the competition.
Yeah, and I mean, like I think Armada's like the only person that doesn't deal with that.
Yeah.
Armada and H-Box are probably the two that don't really deal with it as much. H-Box used to, but he hasn't. And I don't think Armada's ever lost to someone else at the top 8 besides Silent Spectre and
Pound.
Amsa at Pound. Like that was it. But yeah, like Mango has problems with West Balls. Leffen has problems with Samus, obviously.
Yeah.
So things like that. Mewtwo King has just tournament nerve problems.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting. But Smash 4 is so fresh, and like Melee's still like Melee. Like it's always gonna be Melee. It's always gonna be godlike. But like players need to break out, or it could get stale. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Leffen's Visa thing might have actually been a good thing because
Oh, it definitely was.
It's
Not
like-
for Leffen, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it definitely helped build hype because it was just like, everyone always had that question on their mind. Well, everyone had that. Go get him. Everyone had that question on his mind, like, well, what happens when he comes back? What would have happened? Yeah, what would have happened if he had been here? All right, dog. All right, dog. Get him out of here. Yeah, I want to say hi to the new person.
I know.
Good thing he didn't notice the people on the bed.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, he walked right past
Yeah,
it.
he would definitely jump right up there. But and just to answer the question in the chat, Armada's non-gun threat is Germs. So that's who he loses to. If he gets sick, then he gets knocked out of tournament.
Ooh, I'm-
I'm just joking. He actually is probably the one that has the most solid game against non-gods.
Yeah, him and H-Box.
Yeah,
Because I can't remember
They-
H-Box losing to anyone.
I don't think. I mean, has Armada had close sets? Because I know that HBox has had some close sets against SFAT, but he didn't lose them. He like had to he had to win the last 3 games that one set against SFAT, where he stood up and he was like physically sweating. Like I saw the match and I saw the little mini SFAT doc, so like I was like, all right, I see you SFAT, getting close, but HBox still didn't lose, so like. You can't put HBox in that category, but you can say at least like you saw him
Sweat.
Yeah, you saw him sweating. You saw him get close. But back to the 2GG thing that Calvin was talking about. The meta in Smash 4 is evolving to the point where staying in shield isn't good because for 2 reasons. The shield's done, but one thing that Calvin did not talk about is shield damage. Shield damage in this Smash game lasts not way longer, but long enough where shield damage on characters, if you're a character who doesn't have that many good options in neutral, but you are capable of landing a safe hit on shield, you open up your options by now knowing that okay, these options followed up can shield stab because you let me hit your shield. You stayed there and you knew you wouldn't take damage, but you took shield damage, and shield damage does last long enough in this game where now you have to really worry about these multi-hit moves or these just really strong moves, breaking shield or shield stabbing. So that also is a really cool part of the meta in Smash 4 that's developed in neutral, because now you see people playing against lesser good characters, like mid-tier characters. But in Smash 4, a lot of mid-tier characters are viable, and you see people playing better characters just trying to wall them, just trying to hit buttons. That doesn't work. You have to outplay your opponents in this game. People are getting too good where you can just like do these basic strategies and win off them. So that's really fun to see. Character diversity also, I think, helps.
Yeah, the game's actually, it's not like super balanced because no game can be, but there's a lot of really viable characters, and a lot of the good characters have like bad matchups, like weird bad matchups that like from mid tiers and stuff. So you can't just say, I'll never lose because my character doesn't have lose. Like I think Diddy's the only character that has no losing matchups, but he has a lot of even matchups. So there's no like destructively high character anymore now that Bayo got nerfed, which is really cool. So the way the metagame's progressing is really good. I mean, like, and one of the things that makes Smash 4 interesting is like Melee actually obviously has like the more developed storylines because everyone knows about them. But the international competition for Smash 4 is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Like, Japan, like, Abenango won pound, and then he got 33rd at a Japanese tournament. The hell? They got these, like, duck hunts, and no one understands how, like, they're making top 8. Since Duck Hunt is supposed to be one of the worst characters. We have a Mega Man player, Kamamushi, who's won the last 3 Japanese tournaments. Virtually unknown by anybody else besides Japan until then. And he's going to EVO.
He's going to Evo.
So, like, that's another reason I feel like EVO's a little out of touch. Because I just think that I understand it's a fighting game tournament and people get upset if there's too much Smash on Sunday. But you gotta understand, Smash is more than 50% of your entrance. So, because of that, you have to cater to your entrance, like the highest entrance. It's not our fault that your people don't want to come out, so we shouldn't get punished. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, Guilty Gear deserves it. Well, if Guilty Gear deserved it, they'd have
more Guilty
over
Gear
2,000
would be coming
entrants
out.
at the event. They're the ones filling their pockets.
I agree with your point, but 2 things. One, we don't know what deals the companies of those games have made with Evo. So that, like, even though a lot of people don't want to hear this because they go, well, that's a lame reason. Money talks. So if Nintendo came in and gave money to Evo, we probably would have both Smash games on.
That's fair, but Evo needs to say that. They don't.
Well, I mean, like, I get what you're
No,
saying.
if you're gonna take the money, then just tell
Are
them.
they saying that? What are they saying then? Are they being?
They're just
are
like,
they
well,
saying
numbers
something
aren't
else?
everything. Like, that's all they'll say.
Well,
They'll be like,
That's
they can't be
true.
2 Smash games. Like, they'll say stuff like that. They won't say.
the official Evo people have said there can't be 2 Smash games.
Yeah, they say
They've said that?
people will complain about 2 Smash games.
I
on
don't think
Sunday.
they have, is what I'm saying.
No.
No, they say that people will complain because it's mainly a fighting game tournament. If there's 2 Smash games on Sunday.
Well, the point I'm making is I don't want there to be, like, I know that we're Smash and we're Smash community, but I don't want there to be this huge divide between Smash and FGC. That's an old, like, thing that needs to die out. So I don't want it to be like,
Like, oh, it's Smash
Why
really
didn't
a
the-
fighting game?
yeah, I don't
That,
want I don't want that, and I don't want it to be like, well, you know, us versus them kind of mentality.
I don't think it is. But, like,
The second reason I was going to mention was there is a very real correlation with last day games in the order they go in and the hype that, like, as people come in, they'll build more viewers. Like, the truth is, yeah, the Smash scene has this humongous core viewership that's really important. But on top of it, people who watch Smash are more willing to also watch Street Fighter and more willing to also watch Marvel and more willing to watch Guilty Gear. But I don't think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So for viewership, that is a very real reason too.
Are you talking about in-person viewership?
No.
Because the stream viewership, Smash 4 and Melee are probably going to be the highest. And well, Street Fighter 5 and then Smash 4 and Melee below it. Like, last year, they gave Smash 4 top 8 and, like, a noon slot on Saturday. Or something like 5 p.m. slot. And it had 100,000 viewers on Saturday. So, and Smash 4 is going to be really hyped this year.
I mean, I
And
agree.
Smash 4 keeps getting the backseat to Melee treatment, which is making sponsors think it's not that serious.
Which is
a
not
problem.
true. That is not true. The growth of viewership for Smash 4 is really good. It's really giving Melee a run for its money, and I don't say that in a competitive, like, they're against each other way. I'm just saying, like, it's actually they're actually at the place where they're like they're not just one community helping the other. They're both so good that getting people to like both games is equal help. It's equally important. The Smash scene needs to unify, and the FGC and the Smash scene need to unify. And Calvin's right. Those changes would help unify because it does make sense. We have the most entrants, but changes can't just happen overnight. And I understand that they might have a policy where they want to see, you know, at an Evo, the viewership prove itself before taking a risk on it, because it is business. And if you make a really bad misstep and, like, mess up your viewership that could have been better for one event, you instantly lower the cap of what you're capable to bring in sponsorship wise for the next event. And you can't just do whatever you want. You have to be careful. And we are new. Yeah, this is our 3rd year, right? Or 4th year? 4th year at Evo?
4th.
It's our 4th year at Evo. So we're not as, like, you know, established in that tournament yet. I'm not saying any of these things are reasons that are definitive and make them right. I'm just saying they're things to consider and not to just have this blind outrage.
I don't think it's... Yeah, there is a...
I don't want people to have blind outrage.
Guys, there is a Melee tournament tonight at the end. But I kind of disagree with you about like we're new to it because Melee is the second to last game on Sunday, so that's the veteran spot, and the only thing after it is Street Fighter 5. So they understand that, and the thing is like Smash 4 had, I think last year Smash 4 only got beat by Street Fighter 5 when it came to entrance. So it's just like the players are gonna get eventually say screw this tournament because our community has put Evo as like the grand finals of the year every year, and like if we're gonna do that, the tournament needs to treat the scene better since, to be honest, Smash scene's bigger than the fighting game scene.
I do think that since the I wouldn't say the fall, but I guess the after what happened in 2015 for Apex used to kind of be like the Smash scene's Evo.
Yeah.
So now that that's kind of gone to the wayside, there is a gap, and Evo is basically filling it till another tournament.
Well, Genesis
Probably Big House.
Yeah.
Genesis kind of did that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't at
Yeah,
Genesis.
it
so I
was the
keep
biggest
forgetting about it.
grassroots tournament ever.
Yeah, that's true.
So
maybe now that we have that, we can just see Evo as like
Another tournament.
more like the big thumbs up from the FGC to us. Like it's great and it means a lot, and they really like put us up there on this pedestal when we go. Like at least Melee, like we discussed, there are some issues with Smash 4, but it doesn't have to be seen as like we need them.
well, the thing is,
We should just enjoy it.
I think another problem is that for Melee, Evo was the saving grace. It was Evo 2013. I feel bad for anyone that wasn't able to make it because it was the first time Melee was first on Twitch. It was the biggest Melee tournament at the time. We had over 100,000 viewers. So like that's why the Melee players see it as like the Super Bowl. But like Smash 4 players don't necessarily have to see it that way. They're just following suit, and you can see it in the numbers that Evo has for Smash 4. It's ridiculous. They have over 2,000 entrants.
Really?
For Smash 4. They said Melee's only a couple hundred behind. So it's just like, are we gonna, as a scene, treat it as a Super Bowl when it doesn't treat us like we're participating in the Super Bowl? Like, that's not to say don't appreciate the tournament. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, so, like, at least, I hope Smash 4 at least has the final slot on Saturday night. At least give it that. I think it deserves that much.
I agree, and it does deserve more than it's getting, like just from a pure numbers perspective. But I think that it will happen. I don't think we're in a scenario where like Evo's never gonna see the light and we should like be super upset about it. I feel like next year it will definitely happen. I feel like it was just they weren't ready to put that faith in the scene.
Take time.
But it's definitely proven itself through the numbers, and I just think that they can't go back on their schedule now at this point, and they have.
They probably based their schedule on last year, and it was like the game was out for 6 months. Zero just got picked up by TSM right before Evo. So, like now there's like a ton of sponsors involved with the Smash 4 scene and stuff, and it's just like it is a problem. It's the problem that doesn't exist, but for some reason people thinks it exists, and that's why Smash 4 isn't getting the same respect as Melee. It's just really weird. Like, well, Smash 4 isn't as fun, and like people don't like it as much, right? Like that's what all the sponsors think. Like, and because Melee is like the staple, but it's just not the case. So, and like I've been saying this for a little bit now, I think Smash 4 has the ability to surpass Melee in popularity because of all the things I said before. Like, it's obviously it's not Melee. Nothing. I don't think any competitive game is as entertaining to watch as Melee, and it doesn't have the storylines yet. But it has more entrants at the big events. It has bigger character diversity, and it has better international talent. So, and the metagame is getting really fast, and it's gonna give Melee a run for its money when it comes to popularity. And I know people are like, well, it's not a better game than Melee. That's not the point. It's not the point I'm making. League of Legends isn't a faster game than Melee either. Like I think, Melee's storylines and gameplay carry it, which is really good. But it's lacking in diversity, character diversity, and player diversity right now. So,
which I think the character diversity thing, I don't think that's as big of an issue for Melee because look at the
25 characters.
Yeah, well, not just that. That's the meta. That's like I feel like, and not trying to make like a really lame metaphor, but Melee's like wine. It gets better with age because the actual meta doesn't change.
Yeah.
What's capable of happening in the game doesn't change. There's no patches.
There's, it's been around so long, and people are still figuring out counter strategies to things that have existed, and that's why you watch that game, for the enjoyment of seeing those things.
That's
And
okay.
then Smash 4 being a younger game, you're not only watching it for the same things, but one, when there's a patch with the new character, that's hype. That's new content. There's stuff you're never going to be seen. You're going to see that you've never seen before. So it's a young game, and there's a lot of excitement over seeing something developed and a strategy developed that you've never seen before. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
They're both good competitively. One's not greater than the other, in my opinion. It's just a different flavor, kind of.
It's definitely a different, like, more a different type of game. Like, and by the way, I want to say, when I say character diversity, I mean characters that are viable. I'm not talking about, like, overall characters. Like, that wouldn't be fair. Smash 4 clearly has more characters. Like, to say that it's just based on the amount of characters. But, like, most top 8s in Melee tournaments now have, like, 3 or 4 Foxes. Or, like, so... And there's nothing wrong with that, because thankfully the best character in the game is very entertaining to watch in a bunch of matchups, high-level matchups.
Yeah.
But, like, Smash 4's meta is developing at, like, a really good rate, and it's just getting more and more entertaining. And obviously there's slow matchups, like, Melee Marth versus Peach is a slow matchup. Like, each game has that.
Like
but-
Zangief in Street Fighter, you keep him out, but when he gets on you, he can do, like, when he finally lands a hit,
Yeah.
he can just, like, put you in so much pain and so many mix-ups. Like, there actually is that in Smash 4. It's not like, it's an analogy I'm making, but it's not just an analogy. That actually exists. There are characters like that who can trick people into holding shield too long and doing stuff, and when they finally get to them, they put them in a, are you gonna die off these 2 to 3 reads?
Yeah.
And I think that's really fun, if you understand the game.
So, both games have a very healthy future. The only thing I'm warning against is, like, Melee players or the Melee scene that just thinks that Smash 4 is always going to be number 2. You can't have that attitude. You have to always focus on growing your scene and making it better, and not just assume, oh, we're always going to be the best because we're Melee.
I also think that, like, it's a dumb thought to have to even to begin with, because it's really dumb in this sense. If you think that way, that means you don't think, oh, Smash is always going to be Melee is always going to be number 1 over Street Fighter or over League or over blah blah. Why choose to make the person you compare to, and by default making that comparison like, look down on them, your fellow Smash scene? It's just stupid.
That's also another thing. Even if Smash 4 does become bigger than Melee,
You're just putting yourself
like,
inside a
it's
mental
still
box that
Smash,
hurts your scene.
and when one scene grows, the other scene grows. That's just the way it is. Because, for one, on our channel, the biggest YouTube and Twitch, we do both games. So when people see Smash 4, they're gonna see Melee when they go on our channel, and vice versa. And there's a lot of players that like both games, to watch both games. People don't understand that either. Like, it isn't always like, when it comes to actually playing the game, because the games are different enough, there's a divide. But when it comes to viewing it, there's a lot of people that like to watch both, myself included, obviously. So I'm really looking forward to the future of Smash, and, like, it's just, like, the reason I'm a little more excited about Smash 4 is because, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's like, whoa, like,
Like,
in a
what's
year, who's gonna be at the top? Because, like, Zero's finally falling off a little bit. I think mainly because of the nerf. He has to learn how to deal with his new character, or pick up a new character. But at the beginning of Brawl, Mewtwo King was at the top for like 8 months and wasn't losing anything, and then Ally came out of nowhere and bodied him. So, like, people get a little short-sighted with everything. Like, I think some people actually thought Zero was gonna be winning everything forever.
Yeah.
That's not how
But
it is.
that's the one interesting about Smash 4 is the fact that they have the ability to patch it, to watch how the good players adapt to the changes
Yeah.
that happen within the scene. That's gonna be interesting to watch. Because as you just said, Zero now has to adapt to this new character, and the nerfs that they did to her.
Yeah, his Sheik got bodied.
Yeah.
She got a couple buffs to make her combo game a little better, like off forward throw. But yeah, she doesn't have her 50-50, but she's still an amazing character and might have the best neutral in the game. So it's just like Void is showing what he can do with her. Like, he's still getting adjusted though, and losing to random people that he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it's good. Someone asked if they think that Smash 4 not having 5 gods, do they think it's contributing to people coming out more? because they want to be one of the gods. I'd say that right now everyone wants to beat Zero because if you look at all the good players in Smash 4, it's the same players that were good at Brawl.
Yeah.
So
Allies.
like Brawl had their gods. It's just that they didn't have a documentary to hype the scene up and get people really into it. There is a lot of history. Like Smash 4 storylines aren't a year and a half old because the game's a year and a half old. Brawl, the Smash 4 storylines go all the way back into Brawl for like 6 years. So
Yeah, and I would say like what Calvin said. Basically, Zero is kind of like
The god.
he's like at the gates, like holding off anyone from being able to claim those positions, because you have to win tournaments to claim those positions. So like, and you have to win more than just one. So like against him. So it's like, okay, like yeah, there's plenty of people who are like the kings of their regions, but when you go to nationals and Zero shows up, if you don't win that, then that's all you're gonna stay.
Then you're not a god.
You can't ascend. So like the only people who have won have been like
Ally.
Nairo, Ally. Did Ally? Win? Yeah.
Ally just beat him.
Yeah. And Larry, and they've only won once. So they need runbacks to like really solidify any kind of position like that, which is possible.
real quick, someone in the chat said that Larry is definitely not top 5. I'm gonna need you to look at the results for like the last 5 or 6 nationals, because he's in every top 8. So you need to watch yourself, man. People out here. He's also from the best region, which isn't fair to judge his total skill.
He's not top 5 looking at streams. That guy that said that.
Yeah, I mean let's look at his results. Just beat Zero in 2 sets. What was the last national before that? Pound, he got 5th or 4th, or maybe
What
3rd.
did he do at Gamo? Did he go to
Gamo,
Gamo?
he got 3rd.
All right.
He got 3rd or 4th at Gamo.
And
Genesis, he got 7th. So that's
did he go to Momo? Who went to Momo?
nah, Momo was international.
Okay.
Oh my god. So point is, like Larry's had some bad losses because Fox is a glass cannon, and in a 2-stock meta, he's learning to get used to it.
Yeah.
But now that he is, and he's like focusing on his character strength, it's becoming very difficult to deal with him. And like you said, like Larry won at Apex and Brawl, so
Do we have any other topics? Or?
not really. I mean,
Alright.
is it past 5?
Yeah.
We do gotta chill. We got like 500 viewers. It's pretty good
We'll
for just talking about
we'll
stuff.
probably wrap up around 5:30 when we all have to head out.
I guess we'll have to interview him when he gets back.
That's
We
fine.
can do that. Just try to I guess get back as soon as the tournament ends, so it's not too late. I don't want sleepy Kels.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'm not gonna be sleepy.
How can we make MDVA stronger?
Which-
Well, 2 ways. One, anyone going out and working on their own thing to like help the scene, that's always appreciated. BG Bootcamp, we are looking for volunteers for our region. We want to start trying to hold more monthlies at Xanadu, and for the monthlies there will be teams, which is like a necessary thing that we need in our region that we just don't get in the weeklies because there's not enough time, because we don't want to start the events too early because most of the people are coming out of work and stuff. So we're gonna do some monthlies to help with that, and we're maybe gonna try to work on some online stuff so that people who can't always travel can get in some real competition practice. And I think making our region more professional will help. Like, start focusing on like having our seasons line up together for both games, and having finals events for our seasons, and doing stuff like tracking the stats of the players, just being like, this is real serious, guys, get serious,
Yeah.
bring players out
I
to
think Xanadu.
challenge them.
I think Xanadu is obviously a huge blessing for our scene, but it's also kind of a curse because I feel like people aren't back in the Brawl days, we would like have set weekly sessions to get better with like 10 people all the time, and I feel like people treat Xanadu as that session, but you can't really, because like the first half of the event you don't have time to play friendlies and stuff. So I feel like people need to really like lab on their own and like be playing with each other. Like I don't know if the top players in our region are playing with other players, like lesser players, and that's gonna hurt a lot. And as far as melee concerned, like our melee scene is a little spoiled, I guess. Like, 'cause they're so old and they just expect so much. So
I mean, to a degree, but at the same time, like, I understand that, like, if you have standards for what you want, you have to have those, like, that's just ingrained in you. And it's like, yeah, like, maybe it's not our place to do more. Maybe some of the stuff they want, they need to reach out for other people to create it. But when you're leading your community and your region by being the main weekly, and your VG Bootcamp, you have the biggest stream, so a lot of people want to come out to it, then in a very real way they look to you for answers. So like, I understand why they're looking to us for answers, and we are trying to accommodate everyone and keep improving with what we're doing. So I do hope to do whatever I can to help the season get stronger. I mean, not season, the region get stronger.
yeah,
That's something we do care about and do think about. I do agree with what Tension said and what Calvin was saying, which is there's not enough people grinding on their own, and that needs to come back. I don't know. I think some people do grind on their own in groups, but it's obviously not enough.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many resources. Yeah, like
I know when I was trying to get good, outside of tournaments, my friends and I, we used to play this game like 10 hours a day, like at least 3 or 4 days a week, just grinding away at it. Because I had it, I like, after going to my first tournament, I said to myself, I'm gonna beat these guys one day. And ever since that tournament, we just going in the lab, practicing. And over the course of a few months, you could see our skill levels collectively were starting to improve. So we were starting to grow together. And it took a while, it took 2 years, but after that, I've never looked back. I've just continued to push my skills further, and yeah, just practice. Even if you don't have top level players to play against, just practice. Be the best you that you can be, and then see where that takes you. And if you do get the chance to play against another top player, learn from them. Make sure you do that. That's another thing. I always felt like after I came from a big tournament out of state, that my skill level took a huge leap, because I not only did I play against other top players, but I made sure I studied what they were doing,
Yeah.
and tried my best to learn from them. And then I tried to incorporate that into my own game.
yeah.
So I think that's important too.
Yeah, and if you have problems retaining information when you play these players, just take notes.
Yeah.
And then just read the notes a couple times, and then it'll get into you'll remember it after just a couple times reading it. They're just like, certain people have different strengths, and if you're not good at remembering, just write it down.
Yeah,
You got to put in that extra effort.
I would also like to say that, like, once you get into a competitive mindset, you start to realize there's a lot of people in that same competitive mindset you have, where they're putting in time to get better. And what it really comes down to is, if you put in time, will get better than the people who don't put in time. That's easy. What's not easy is when you put in time, getting better than the people who are also putting in time, or also have years of experience in front of you. And the way you get better than those people is you have to teach yourself how to learn faster. That is so important. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what helps your performance on game day. Everyone's different. Some people need to drink some caffeine. Some people need to be well slept. Some people need to not eat as much because they get drowsy.
Yeah, I can't eat.
Yeah,
Or during the tournament.
You basically need to realize that your body is the tool that you're using to win, and you need to figure out how to make that, calibrate that tool to maximum efficiency.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
And like, if you ever have a really good day where you just feel like you're playing perfectly, think about what you ate the day before, when you slept, when you woke up, all that stuff, and then see if and figure out the reason behind what made you feel so good that day. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't be lazy.
True.
You can't be lazy.
Yeah,
Don't
never be lazy. And even when you think you're working hard, you start getting in a rhythm, you're lazy.
My friend Vro, actually, he actually criticized me for playing lazily. And I said, "What do you mean? How am I playing lazy? I'm winning." And he's like, "Yeah, but you're not being the best you that you can be. You're just doing enough to win." And so after listening to him and then like going back and watching some of my matches, I realized that he was actually right. Like, I was just like playing lazily, even though I was winning, I still wasn't playing the best that I could play, and so
Yeah.
so
I would say the thing that probably makes new players coming into the Smash 4 scene special compared to the old heads who were good is two things. One, the game is different enough where some people you had to like kind of like if you were established in one meta, you had to pull yourself out of that, and that's easier for some people and that's harder for some people. And then for the new players, the game can just click to some people. It doesn't mean they'll always be good, but it means right now it's either they were good and they fell off, or they're good and they're like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna keep myself ahead of the pack by doing what I just talked about, training and not being lazy and keeping yourself winning. Because it's some people, it's like, oh, I won very easily, so I don't grind. Zero is like the exact opposite of that. He was at the point where he was so skilled he could win at the beginning, and then he kept grinding. He never like let up.
But you also got to put his background into it too.
Yeah.
When you don't have anything in life, like when he used to live in Chile, so
Yeah, he's
like,
picking.
working below minimum wage. Like,
Everyone comes from different backgrounds, like Moon's saying. I don't know if you can hear him, but everyone comes from different backgrounds, and some people's backgrounds push them
be
to,
the best they can.
to be the best they can at anything that they put their mind to. And even though some people like laugh and go, you know, you don't make that much from playing games or whatever, it's like that's what they want to do. So if that's what you want to do, you have to try to be the best. You
Like-
can't. This isn't big enough where you can settle for being like second or third. You got to get the dubs.
And by the way, just to be clear, although I do think that Zero is probably like some sort of genius because he's like anything he puts his mind to, he's really really good at. It's because he has an attitude. It's like he's really good at getting good at stuff, but he also like I don't think people understand how much he grinds. Like Zero has probably played Smash 4 100 times more than me as a player, maybe even more than that, because he wants to be the best at it. But on top of that, he also has a super in-depth YouTube channel with like 3 videos a week. He played Melee for like 6 months before Smash 4 came out, and he took out names after like 6 months. He took out SFAT, he took out Fiction. I think he got like 13th at Evo, 17th or 13th. Like that's dedication. That's like Mango is like the natural. Like he grinds, but he's a natural. Like he just retains information better than anybody else, so he doesn't have to put as much effort in. But I'm just saying there are players out there that aren't like just like, oh, I play the game once and I'm the best in the fucking world.
yeah, like they actually grind away at it.
You got it. Like if that's you just have to work harder, and it's just something you have to accept.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of Calvin saying, like when Zero came into the scene, they used to call him Mewtwo King Jr. And the reason is because Mewtwo King has the same mindset. He grinds. When Mewtwo King first entered the Melee scene, he used to be like that weird kid who didn't do well. Like
He's trash.
and he was
trash.
He was I hate saying that. He was garbage. And basically he was like, well, I'm just gonna come back and beat you all one day, and he did, because he was like, I want to be good at this. He was, I think he has a very unique mindset where it's like, yeah, they're competitive, but they're competitive in the way where they're like, I don't want to beat that person, I want to be better than everyone else. It's not about like the competitive spirit of, oh, I bested someone. It's about, I want to push myself to the limit where I'm better than everyone else. And when I push myself to that limit, I don't let up just because I got a W, because that's not my limit.
Oh, by the way, I'll tell you right now, if you go to a tournament, like there's it's good to have goals and reach your goals and then move to your next goal. But if you go to a tournament and you get like 16th, and then you're really happy about that, you're never gonna be a good player.
Yeah.
Because when you're happy about getting 16th, you are so satisfied, you're less likely to grind. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Like if you're satisfied in where you are at, you are not going to grind. That's how grinding works. You're not satisfied.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with being happy about doing better, but you cannot be satisfied. You're done once that happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, you should look at that as like a stepping stone to like getting into the top 8 next time, and then that is a stepping stone to getting into the top 3, and then top 1. You know, but never settle for anything less than first place.
I just want to answer a question in the chat. Just a reminder, yes, we are still doing Xanadu today. There will be a Melee tournament on later. We are just going to be, next week I think we're going to E3, right?
Yeah.
So we won't do it next week, but we are going to start doing these house streams on Tuesdays and Wednesdays before the events. So just because we're doing the stream does not mean that the event is not happening. We're still going to be doing every weekly Xanadu, but we just are trying to, open up those days with some one-on-one conversation with the player of the week and the co-founders of VG Bootcamp to talk about stuff going on in the scene, stuff going behind the scenes in VG Bootcamp, and to let you guys know where we're at with everything we're doing. So you can keep supporting the scene, but also have kind of an inside look on where the scene's heading. Because one of the things a lot of people, and they rightfully so, have a problem with, is when they support a player or they support a scene and it just takes a left when they thought it was going to take a right, and they're like, wow, all that time I spent watching it and all that time I spent blah blah. Like, I understand that, and of course sometimes things happen that nobody has control over, but we're just trying to be a little more inclusive and just letting you guys know our goals and stuff, so people can be more on board the support train for VG Bootcamp, because we do have a lot of things that we want to do to help improve the community, and we do have a lot of projects we want to work on, and we obviously need help for those. But the point is, I want you guys to know what we're doing so that you can continue with us by your choice and not just be blindsided or anything like that.
Yeah, and like we've said before, I think the community. I don't know if I'd say the community's a little spoiled, but like the viewers are a little spoiled because they have so many dedicated like streamers. But there's a time where that's gonna come to an end because there's only like so much. I'm not talking about us right now, but you can only do something for so long without any return before it becomes an absolute burden. And Smash Scene's one of the few scenes that has all these local streamers that just do it anyways. But they're gonna get burnt out. I mean, like, let's look at Spencer at Showdown. Like, Showdown was looking to be the second biggest Smash stream, and there's like no return on it. He does these weeklies. He even got Genesis, and he got burnt out, and he wasn't making money off it, so he had to stop. I think we've been doing this since like 2009, so we already know the pain of doing it for 5 years before YouTube gave money, before Twitch existed. Like, we just always had faith in the scene because we come from it and we love the game. But like, the point is, you need support for that.
I just want to talk about how many times like I sit down for dinner and I look at my plate and all that growth was on that plate. That was delicious. Like, look at all this growth today. I love eating this growth. Nah, just joking. But the point is, it's just obvious stuff, but human beings run things. Human beings need food. They need money to buy food, and things need money to happen. So it's just like just realize that, like, we have two hands each. We want to get more people involved. We want to get more people on our team so that we can do more projects.
Cost money.
And we're going to keep on updating you guys as we continue the details and the stuff that we want to work on. And I hope people get on board because, like, we have some really cool ideas coming down the pipelines. And I just think that Smash is in a really good place, and that and it's just going upward, to be honest.
Wait a second. Oh crap. Twitch alerts is not working properly. So that means we might have missed some. All right, we did get a subscription. It didn't show up.
The point.
I think it's a resub. Leo Strikes.
Thank
you,
sir. All I'm trying to say is that, like, we just have a lot of projects and a lot of things we want to do. I really like how successful the player of the week has been for Xanadu. I want to double the effort, like I've said before. I want to be able to bring out a Melee player and a Smash 4 player as the player of the week, trailer, the full shebang. Just get it going and start doing more stuff. I can't stress it enough, to be honest. I really, really just want to do more.
Yeah,
I really want to do more. Like,
I like player of the week.
Yeah.
I'm at homeboys watching. I want to see if this guy could run through the whole team.
Like, let's see if this player can.
Yeah, let's see if this player can do this.
See where he really stands at. Yeah.
Yeah, Player of the Week is real fun, and like I said, it helps everyone. It helps the player get more exposure. It helps there be a little more excitement to the tournament. It helps the scene, the local scene, have a new competitor, a new matchup,
Yeah, a fresh
Yeah.
face to
a new
face off
a new
with.
style of play. Because like things do get old. Like back in the day, it would be like these intense inter-regional rivalries because that's all you lost to every week. Those two players in grand finals, or you meet the same person in quarters, or you meet the same person in round 3, depending how good you are. But these rivalries build up, and your seeding becomes consistent because people start ending up the same spot, the same number of players, and then after a while, the lower level players die out because it's like, oh, I'm playing the same thing over and over and over, and you can't just high seed a low level player just to make it exciting. But you bring in other people, seeds get mixed up, people start playing people never played before. Someone has a breakout tournament experience. So someone is able to defend the gates. It's hype. Someone doesn't defend the gates. It's hype. Like it's just
funny,
there's. And back in the day, like it was like people would like once a year be able to see who was better.
Apex.
Now we have the ability to do it all the time, and there can even be a player who's like, whoa, this player has done good the last 4 weeks, and we're able to bring him out. Like, let's blow this player up. Let's get so many eyes on these new people. We want everyone to have as many possible opportunities in the Smash team as possible, and I just think the Player of the Week program really helps that.
The Greninja player won Xanadu yesterday. Someone's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York, baby.
New York player.
New York Greninja. And also, I hung out with the Smash 4 players that visited after the tournament, and they were really funny and they were cool guys. Like I also made sure I had time to play every single visitor. Like, oh, that Ike that came, oh, that Greninja that came, oh, that Marth that came, Mr. E. I just wanted to play all of them because like I'm also trying to get better too. But it was afterward. We were out till like 5 a.m. by the time I got home.
Damn.
You
And
did good.
Hmm?
You did good.
at the tournament,
Mhm.
I did all right. It's not about me. It's not what matters. If I win a tournament, I'll talk about me. Until I win,
Until I win.
All right. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching.
yeah.
We really appreciate it. We
And-
shall see you tonight for Xanadu.
Yep.
Melee,
Tune in for
Melee Wednesday.
We got Kels.
Tune
Is he
in.
going to be able to defeat us? Or are we going to defend the
I
gates?
think
What's
you
up?
Kick the whole squad.
But
I
we're
think
also
I
going to
got
have.
that,
You
yeah.
guys are coming too, right?
I can't go. I got.
Moon wants to stay here.
All right.
Okay,
Well, we're going to have
Yeah, DJ.
Deej. We're going to have DJ Nintendo.
Young Deej, young
So-
Bows.
The tournament is always the
54-year-old
reigning
Bows.
champion, the breakout player, the fluke
It's a
player.
54-year-old
That
Bows.
person went out of the tournament. The rage, the rage player, and the unappreciated lower seed player that he just got screwed over.
We got Moon on the sideline talking about the
Like,
different
you
types
know-
of players.
I didn't even know
I don't know
about
if
all
you
these.
I don't know if you can hear
Like,
it, but
there's the
basically he's
reigning
making it
champion.
sound like an anime every tournament.
I know.
Nah, it is,
You got
though.
the reigning,
You
the
got
reigning champion.
You got the person that always gets second, no matter what he does. No
Second
matter how
place,
much
no
he-
matter what.
Yeah, the Vegeta.
We got Vegeta, Prince of all tournaments.
You got the fluke player
The
that
fluke.
wins the tournament. I mean, wins like a set. The breakout player, which he actually does like really well.
Okay.
And I just had the last one. Oh, the unappreciated
The
player that always gets unseeded no
Underseed.
matter what he does. Like he gets the lowest seed all the time.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, tune in
500
tonight.
Yeah. 500 viewers in a
Smash
couple
at
hours.
Xanadu.
Just from talking ain't bad.
Smash it.
And they
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming in. We had a good time. Tune in to Xanadu tonight. It's gonna be great. Kels, DJ Nintendo, who will defend?
Who will defend?
And I'm gonna be in the Twitch chat.
Moon will be in the Twitch chat.
Being Moon.
He will, and trust
Yeah,
me,
Moon.
it will be entertaining.
Yeah.
La Luna is entertaining.
Always.
Even in the chat, get in that chat. Even if you can't watch the
Yeah, I'm
stream,
chilling
be in
with
that
the
chat.
All right. Yeah, check out PvP Live too.
Nah, yeah.